kata application. I'm going to go over this technique in this video today, nukite. We find this in different katas, in shokan and also in many different styles. There'll be this kind of motion, pressing down and pushing forward with the fingers. I'm going to give you 3 different options, 3 different applications that I like to use when I'm teaching the kata. As always, these are just my ideas. I always get comments, people saying this is not the original version and this is not that, this and that, but these are my ideas. If it works, then it works and I'm happy with that. So the first thing I want to think about is, using this as a strike doesn't make sense to me. If I'm going to go that distance with my hand, I might as well close the fist up and send it in as a punch. It takes a hell of a lot of conditioning to get the fingers into a position where you can actually strike somebody with straight fingers. So I'm going to use it slightly differently. He's going to have his arm up here. I'll do a very basic version first, okay? So we've got this action, the pressing down. First thing I'm going to do is clear his guard, okay? So I'm going to move his arm out of the way, this way. Now I'm going to come through the back of his leg and take a nukite across the chest into a takedown, okay? So the hand pressing down is clearing their guard. I'm coming through, taking them over that front leg. So one more time. A very basic version again. So from here, pressing down, I'll take my stance long into the stance and press for that takedown. So that's the first version. Now we make it a little more realistic because obviously that's very close to the kata and we're going to be a little bit more close range now. So hands are up here. I'm going to stick that hand across again, this way. I'm going to come through and go for the takedown this way. Okay, so a little bit of a different angle. Maybe we come from here. So I'm here, this way, hands are up, we're exchanging maybe. I'm taking his arm across this way, coming through, taking that around the head, across the chest and down. So going back to my earlier point then of not using this strike from a distance, how I would use it with the fingers is if we're in that close clinching position from here. Maybe we're grabbing or something, I'll use this in the neck maybe and press with it into his throat. This kind of idea. Rather than using it as a strike, like I said earlier, I'll use it to press into his neck, maybe this kind of thing. So you could use it that way and press. The final version that I'm going to show is more of a sport kumite, sparring style version. So if we go left to left from here. So this time out, I'm going to clear that guard again, same feeling, clear the guard and come over back with my punch. Again, it's a punch, not a spear hand. But the idea is clear, same as the kata suggests, and boom, coming with that punch over the top. So again, these are just my ideas that I'd like to teach. It gives a reason for that deep front stance, to be underneath their hip level for the takedown. And it gives a practical use for this press down and the strike this way, or the press this way. Again, if I'm going to throw something from this distance, I might as well make it into a fist or an open hand. Usually I ask myself, if there's another way of doing it better, why do we not do that instead? So if I'm going to throw the fingers at him, maybe I should just throw a punch instead at the same distance. If you like this one, drop me a comment at the bottom and I'll make some more of these kata application videos. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Thanks to Nidan again and see you next time.